Hey guys, so for this guide there's really no required items or quests other than the ability to get to the Waterbirth Island, and there is some recommended items though. I strongly recommend getting the Charming Imp, which is it goes in your pocket, and every time a monster drops a charm it automatically picks up the charms for you, so you don't have to do it. They are 100,000 tokens, I believe, Dungeoneering tokens in the Dungeoneering store. You can easily farm those by picking up, by doing the elite dungeons though. I would look up an elite dungeons guide for that. You should also get a dwarven multi-cannon, which is really going to help you with this, getting aggro on some of the monsters that you'll see in a bit. Some prayer potions and aggression potions, and I recommend getting flasks so you get the 6 doses. Guys, so I've been messaging in Facebook groups and whatnot and asking people what kind of guides they would like to see made, and I got a request to make a summoning guide on how to, like, the fastest method or the best way to get XP doing summoning, being that we have a double XP weekend coming up. It is currently July 2019 and scheduled from the 26th to the 29th. We have a double XP weekend, so I'm going to show you the fastest way to acquire charms and the fastest way to train your XP, your summoning. So first thing you're going to want to do is the Familiarization Mini-game. So you're going to come over to pick up sticks in Cavalry. Alright, so the Familiarization Mini-game gives you this ticket, and once you tear this ticket you get triple charm drops for 40 minutes. And it works on anything that drops charms. So I've already done this event for this week. It's a weekly event, you can only do it once a week. So I won't be able to show you that, but I will put in the description another YouTube channel's guide for the Familiarization Minigame, but it's really simple and I can honestly just talk you through it. But what you would do is you'd hit find obelisk, and there's no requirements for this at all. You don't even have to do the wolf whistle quest. So you did find obelisk, and he'll ask where's pick and mix, and then
he's off investigating another.
So he's giving me like just a bullshit excuse because I've already done it, but usually he'll speak kind of cryptically and like give you like a code as to where the guy is, like, oh, he's standing a couple paces from a ship and all that crap. Also in the description I'm going to post a link about familiarization, and it'll tell you a whole list of the things he might possibly say and what they mean, and it'll tell you which obelisk he's referring to. Whichever one he says, look up the location, go to that summoning obelisk, and you'll see pick and mix standing in front of it. You talk to him, he teleports you into a realm. Once you're inside the realm, you have to pick up a bunch of crystals on the floor, and there's a bunch of familiars walking around. The top corner of the screen here tells you which ones to avoid, and if you run into them, they shorten the amount of time that you're allowed to stay in there, so you have to avoid them. And once you pick up 60 crystals, you get teleported out and he gives you this ticket, and once you tear the ticket you get 40 minutes of triple charms. So that's pretty much familiarization in a nutshell. Most people who are training summoning are using crimsons. That's like the #1 charm used, so I'm just going to show you how to get crimsons. So you're going to want to go to Waterbirth Island. I've got the helmet of the Dagonoth, but so that'll teleport me there. But if you don't have that, you're going to go up to Relica, and it's going to be the far end dock here. That'll take you to Waterbirth Island. Alright, so then I'm going to teleport Waterbirth, and Alright guys, so before going in, I want to give you a quick rundown. They're going to be surrounded by Dagonoths. If you've never been down there, they are aggressive, they will attack you. But the best way to go is go at the far end, and once you're inside you're going to put your cannon down, and your cannon's going to aggro everything out in the distance, and then the aggression potions are going to aggro everything nearby, so you're going to get just huge stacks of these things lined up around you. The items I'd recommend is Charming Imp. Charming Imp is fantastic because when they die it automatically picks up the charms for you. You don't have to do it manually. He's only 100 Dungeoneering tokens at the Dungeoneering shop on Daemonheim, and the best way to get the charms is look up charm farming. It's the elite dungeons. If you go down there, you just kill these bosses. Each one drops 5,000. It's real simple. So look that up. But anyways, yeah, so once you get the Charming Imp, he picks them up. Another item I'd recommend is definitely having the Vampirism aura. So use vampirism because every time you hit them, 20% of your hit is returned. Let's see. Gain life points equal to 5%. So every time you hit an enemy, 5% of the damage you dealt goes into your health, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're in there dealing mass DPS on these things, it just keeps your health full. You could also use Soul Split if you have it unlocked. It does the same thing. Soul Split's a little bit stronger though. Another thing I'd recommend is buying the Corruption Blast ability, which is right here. When I go inside there, I'll show you Corruption Blast and what it does, but it essentially, anything that's aggroed on you starts taking damage for about 10 seconds, I believe. Let's see. 6 seconds from 1 to 300 damage they take. So it's mass DPS. And then go inside. Equip your mage gear. Alright, so then what you're going to do is find a nice open spot. And I know I'm using a melee cape and melee boots and mage. I'm just doing this real quick for you guys. This is not my actual mage setup. So you'd set up your cannon. Load it with cannonballs. And then once that's going, you drink your aggression flask so they attack you. Yeah, when you tear your ticket, you get the 40 minutes of triple charms. Your cannon will be shooting these things like crazy, so it's going to aggro everything out in the distance. And then your aggression potions are going to make everything nearby attack you. And if you really want to maximize your DPS, I recommend getting Corruption Blast. It's about 10 mil at GE. When you buy it, you'll see it's activating right now. You'll see it just hurts everything around you. See, that's Corruption Blast right there doing all that damage. And then when they die, they drop triple charms. Your Charming Imp picks them up, and that's a way to really boost your how many of those things you're getting. So I wasn't using my Vampirism or my curses, so I took some damage. But if you're using Vampirism or if you're using Soul Split, you can stay here all day, and they're not going to hurt you as long as your prayer stays up. And you have 40 minutes. So within that 40 minutes, your DPS is obviously going to be different than mine, but within that 4 minutes, I usually average at about 700 to 800 Crimson Charms, which is fantastic. So once you've gotten the amount of charms that you need, or your ticket has run out, your 40-minute ticket, go back to Cavalry. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. God damn it. Alright. Now we gotta wait. Alright. Go back to Cavalry. Alright, so once you're back at Cavalry, you're going to want to go ahead and empty your inventory and get ready to train your summoning. Alright guys, so once you have the stuff you need to train summoning, I'm doing granite lobster pouches. They're the fastest XP for me right now. But it could be green charms, blue charms, crimson charms, bronze charms, the brown ones. Whatever you're doing, this method's going to work for you. So you're going to come in here to pick up sticks in this little tent. So what you're going to do is come in here and talk to this guy and sell him, have whatever you're trying to use to summon your creature, have him buy it off you. So I'm going to go ahead and sell, just for this video, sell 50 of them to him. And then what you do is you buy it back. You're pretty much just using him as a temporary bank, so that way you don't have to run from here all the way back to the bank and then all the way back and all the way back. Because then what you're going to do is you're going to buy it off him again. So all you have to do is, and you don't have to right click him. When you left click, it automatically goes into transaction. So you're going to left click, buy what you, I always do 50 or whatever. You're going to fill your inventory, obelisk, train it, left click, sell 50, yes, so you're getting some money back, and then buy again, boom. That's the best training method for summoning. So now if you came at this with all these charms that you got from using the ticket from the familiarization game, and so you had your triple charms, you got stacked up, and you came in here in full shaman clothing, and then you were doing this method, and it's going to be double XP, that's an easy 99. So that's all, guys. That's been the guide for this. I really hope this helped, because I know summoning is kind of a mystery for some people. This isn't the only method, but I think this is the fastest method at the moment with the fastest XP rates per hour. So thanks for watching, guys.